The J.I. Case Company of Racine, Wisconsin, and your local case equipment dealer present Harvest Time is Payday, a time when the farmer collects for a year of labor, a year that begins by working up the land, getting it in shape for a suitable seed bed. He plants his crops and hopes for weather that will make them grow. Many row crops require cultivation, usually several times. In irrigated areas, water is applied. But in most cases, farmers must wait and hope for Mother Nature to provide the moisture. During land preparation, planting, and growing seasons, many factors and expenses confront the farmer over which he has little control. So when harvest time finally rolls around, it's no wonder he's anxious to get the crop off as clean and fast as possible. The day the crop is ready for harvesting, the farmer can take charge. Regardless of what crop he harvests, the farmer is really reaping dollars. He's being repaid with interest for the time, labor, and money he has invested over many months. Modern farm harvesting equipment makes it possible to mechanically harvest almost every crop. And if we're realistic about it, most harvesting machines on the market today are fairly efficient. Under average conditions, all makes of combines will get as high as 90% of the crop. Therefore, the farmer's buying decision should be based on the features that will save the most of that remaining 10%. This is why a prospective buyer of a new combine will want to consider not only the widely advertised features such as cylinder width, separating area, cleaning area, and power, but also the many apparently small but important crop-saving features that are not widely discussed, such as sickle speed, feed rake width, concave adjustment, air blast, and elevator size, to name just a few. For it's a combination of the benefits from all the features that saves not only the 90%, but the largest portion of the remaining 10% of your crop. The new crop-saving Case 900 commands leadership in the medium-price combine class. Here's a machine that's superior, not only in the big features like cylinder width, separating area, and reserve power, but in the many small but important grain-saving features that contribute to harvest perfection and more profit. Although the new Model 900 is in the medium-price field, it not only outperforms machines in its own class, but many of the so-called big combines. The Case 900 can be equipped with a choice of 3 header widths for direct cutting, or with a special 10-foot pickup header for combining from a swath. A 2-row corn head quickly interchanges to make it practical to harvest 2 crops the same day. The Case corn head has flexible, low-running gathering points to lift up down stalks and literally pick ears off the ground. Stripper bars and snapping rolls are adjustable on the go by turning these cranks on the combine platform. The clean sample of shelled corn from the bin of a 900 is the best proof of its ability to harvest heavy-yielding corn. For direct cutting in a wide variety of crops, you have a choice of 10, 13, or 14-foot wide headers. Here is the 13-foot header cutting 4 rows of soybeans. There's enough extra gathering room on each side in case the beans are down. An even wider 14-foot header increases cutting capacity another 7%. And since all header drives are on the left, the right side is clean and doesn't interfere with the standing crop. another example of the extra grain-saving capacity of the Case 900. Case combines have a smooth sway bar sickle drive with a fast 500 stroke per minute speed to assure clean cutting under all crop conditions. Drop-forged guards have a slim penetrating design and have a hardened inner surface that eliminates the need for using ledger plates. The Case 900 has a big 20-inch auger with retractable fingers mounted in pairs. Fingers in pairs have superior feeding ability of short straw. A special auger is available with 16 fingers for use in pickup work. The big full-width feeder housing lets the heaviest straw pass with ease and has a large hinged door for easy access. Rubber wipers on alternate slats of the feed rake save grain by sweeping loose kernels up to the concaves. The feed rake slats are heavy-duty design for long life. Holes in the slat permit the drive sprocket teeth to poke through in a self-cleaning action. By looking inside the feeder housing, you can see that the lower feed rake drum is sprocketless, a feature that prevents material from wrapping. The drum also floats up and down to allow varying thicknesses of material to pass freely. 40-inch width throughout the Case 900 results in a tremendous threshing and separating capacity. 40-inch wide feeding, threshing, and separating provide the width and area so important for an efficient crop-saving job. Compare the 40-inch width throughout with the other machines in the same price class. None comes near the Case combine. Important, too, is the precision and care that goes into the manufacturing of the 900 cylinder. Prior to assembly at the factory, 4 pairs of cylinder bars are individually matched by weight. Then the matched pairs are mounted opposite each other on 4 cylinder heads. After the shaft is installed, the completed cylinder is checked on a balancing machine at speeds corresponding to field operating conditions. The same careful attention is given to this optional spike tooth cylinder. Such precision manufacturing and assembly result in a cylinder that runs vibration-free and requires less power to operate. The cylinder is chain-driven to eliminate slippage in any crop or condition. Yet cylinder speed changes are quickly made with these fast-change bolt-on type sprockets. Only the tooth portion of the sprocket comes off. The center portion remains on the hub. An adjustable idler sprocket maintains chain tension. These cylinder features assure that all the crop that crosses the cutter bar is thoroughly yet gently threshed. As indicated in the diagram on the left, material passing from a narrow cylinder to a wider separating area is bound to miss the corners of the separating area immediately behind the cylinder. These areas are called dead spots because no separation is accomplished there. This is evidenced by the fact that in combines used for several seasons, the paint isn't even worn off the walkers in these corners. The illustration on the right shows how the wide cylinder of the Case 900 makes full use of all the separating area. Grain separating capacity of the Case 900 is tremendous, with 5,080 square inches of usable separating area. Compare the separating area of the Case 900 with other combines in the same price class. $5,080 square inches represents as much as 39% greater separating area. The 4 5-step straw walkers are 9.5 feet long. High fishback risers are standard equipment to help do a better separating job in heavy straw. There is plenty of clearance over the walkers to permit large volumes of straw to pass freely to the spreader or chopper or down onto the ground. Special round-hole front sections for the walkers provide extra protection from cobs when the 900 is used in corn. Grid covers for the rear section of the walkers are available for added protection to the complete separating area. Filler plates are recommended in corn to prevent cobs from wedging between the cylinder bars. They do not need to be removed for combining soybeans. The walkers are precision fitted so no grain can be lost in between. They are mounted on a heavy-duty crankshaft and a rubber-bushed shaker shaft which provides vigorous agitation of straw and chaff to completely separate the grain. An individual return pan under each walker allows the grain to move freely to the front of the chaffer sieve where initial cleaning begins. Occasional checks behind the machine are the best proof of the grain-saving separating capacity of the Case 900. Grain, threshed and separated at the concaves, drops onto the grain pan, where it is moved back onto the cleaning sieves. A blast of air is uniformly directed up under the sieves by the cleaning fan. Air direction is preset for uniform coverage, eliminating the need for guesswork field adjustment. But air volume can be regulated from a soft breeze to a real gale force by simply turning a nut on the variable speed drive. This airlift cleaning blows away excess dirt and chaff, while the crop moves down through chaffer and cleaning sieves. Soybeans are often harvested from weedy, dusty fields. But much of the excess dirt and weed seeds can be sifted out through the perforated cross-auger troughs and trapdoors of the elevators. A solid bottom trough, shown below, replaces the perforated bottoms for use in small grain crops. This attachment means extra dollars profit through less dockage and cleaner beans. The grain elevator on the Case 900 is 5 inches wide compared to 4 inches on several competitive machines. This 1 inch of extra width may seem small, but it permits the elevator to move grain away from the cleaning shoe 25% faster. This is a real bonus in heavy-yielding crops. If the elevator can't move grain away from the shoe fast enough, grain can back up and be lost out the rear. The grain bin on the 900 combine, when filled level, has an actual 55 bushel capacity. Some manufacturers today are advertising bin sizes that include not only a heaped bin, but even the extra bushels that the unloading auger tube will hold. While these figures are legal, they are certainly misleading. The 55 bushel bin unloads in about the time it takes for the operator to lean back and light up. Or the 900 can be unloaded on the go when you're really in a hurry. The big 10-inch diameter unloading auger moves 55 bushels out of the bin in just 70 seconds and can be easily folded back out of the way for transport or storage. The location of the grain bin and the engine contribute to center line design. 90% of the weight of the combine, when the bin is full, is centered in between and over the drive wheels for best flotation and stability. Power is important to the capacity of a combine. Most combines have enough for average conditions, but it is the reserve power of the 900 that's really important under tough conditions. Reserve power to pull the combine over hills and through the soft spots, to keep on harvesting fast in really heavy stands. A 70 horsepower six-cylinder engine powers the Case 900. It's a proven performer in both operation and fuel economy and is available in either gasoline or LP fuel. The engine is mounted on the deck to run cleaner and cooler, yet it blends with the low profile of the 900 for transport and storage. And speaking of storage, the Case 900 can be put away at night under most sheds. For transport or permanent storage, it can be lowered to under 10 feet by simply folding the radiator and air cleaner intake stacks. Power from the engine is transmitted to a variable speed drive through a heavy V-belt. Some manufacturers still use flat belts for this. The combination of 3 forward gears in the transmission, plus the variable speed drive, provides an infinite selection of speeds from less than 1 to more than 14 miles per hour. Shielding over the majority of drives provides an extra margin of operator safety and is hinged to fold back for ready servicing. A forward ladder provides easy access to the roomy operator platform. A second ladder provides quick access to the rear deck. The front ladder folds out of the way when harvesting corn. The operator has a 360-degree view from this platform. And the platform is offset, so the operator is right over the edge of the uncut crop for best visibility. A glance to his left gives him a good view of the unloading auger. And to his right, the grain bin. It's easy to check the level in the bin or reach in for a sample. No need to stand or turn around to look into this bin. The clear view to the rear permits a quick occasional check and is a safety feature when backing the combine. This operator's eye view shows the convenient location of all controls and gauges. The panel at the operator's elbow has the starter switch, choke, throttle, engine performance gauges, and the gear shift. Tailings are checked on the go by opening an inspection door. If the tailings indicate that a change in threshing is advisable, this crank permits easy concave adjustment on the go, a precise 1/64 of an inch with each turn of the handle. The lever in the operator's left hand permits him to control ground travel hydraulically through an infinite speed range. The lever on the opposite side raises or lowers the header. Hydraulic reel height adjustment is also available. Individual drive wheel turning brakes are standard equipment on the Case 900 combine. The disc-type brakes, when combined with the 84-inch drive wheel spacing and 66-inch steering wheel spacing, make the 900 highly maneuverable. Independent control of the header and the separating body is very advantageous because it enables the operator to momentarily slow feeding while separating continues. Effortless control is provided over the roughest ground by hydrostatic power steering, standard equipment on the Case 900. It's the hydraulic steering system that eliminates gearboxes and steering linkage and provides extra clearance underneath the combine. A cushioned seat with backrest is shock absorber mounted, and it folds back for extra leg room when you want to stand up for a change of pace. A solid all-weather cab adds to operating comfort. Notice the high degree of visibility through the extensive use of tinted safety glass. There are many other attachments available for the Case 900 to handle the special harvest situations you may have on your farm. 10, 13, or 14-foot headers, bat-type or pickup reels, pickup attachments, hydraulic reel lift, and rub bar or spike tooth cylinders. These are just a few of them. And speaking of special equipment, the Case 900 comes in two special versions, one for harvesting rice and another for soybeans. The 900 Rice Special has all the valuable features of the grain machine and, in addition, a 13-foot heavy-duty header and reel plus a spike-tooth cylinder. A sloped grain bin and unloading auger without any elbows is another special feature to handle heavy, moist rice. When the foot clutch on the Rice Special is depressed, it automatically slows the combine by opening the variable speed drive shifts. This is a safety feature to eliminate lurching that can occur when the foot clutch is suddenly engaged. This optional heavy-duty 66-inch row crop axle can be easily narrowed to 34 inches for rice field work. A heavy-duty 34-inch fixed tread axle is standard equipment on the 900 Rice Special. Big rice field tires maintain good traction and flotation. A special transmission and drive axle permits slowing travel speed down to 0.4 of a mile per hour. The extra long straw walkers with plenty of clearance will be appreciated by rice growers as well as grain farmers. The Case 900 Bean Special is tailored to meet the needs of farmers who grow soybeans. The Bean Special has the heavy-duty 13-foot header, special kick-down clutch, sloped grain bin, and straight unloading auger tube, heavy-duty adjustable steering axle, and special slow-speed transmission, plus a choice of tire equipment to meet specific needs. So, although the Model 900 combine is basically one machine, it comes in many versions to meet the individual needs of farmers from Canada to the Delta country and from the western USA through the Corn Belt to the East Coast and New England. Your Case dealer has more information on the new Model 900 and has a credit plan to suit your pocketbook, regardless of the seasonal nature of your income. You'll make a real stride toward a bigger harvest payday when you let a new Case 900 combine harvest your crops.